Welcome back on the Blog Podcast, episode 10. We're back again with another immensely talented Winnipeg resident. Damn.
Did you practice that thing you just
No,
said?
it came
That was
off
so
the
smooth.
top of
That was
my
smooth. I'll
head.
give you that. That was
With
smooth.
us, we have the owner of Joshua Alonge Photography. That's his name as well. He couldn't think of anything else other than using his name.
He has to be original.
He has to be
sir.
original, only on and only
me.
Joshua.
Yeah.
How you feeling, Joshua? How you
I'm
feeling?
doing good. How you guys doing?
Yeah, we good. OTB, welcome, man. Welcome.
Yeah, I mean, it's taking you guys 2 seasons, but that's okay.
Damn, you've been timing us. You've been like,
That's okay.
I don't want them to know now that the line is long. He had to wait 2 seasons. So
Two
it's not
seasons,
like
eh?
we're abandoning you. There's just a long
damn,
line.
I didn't even know he was timing us like that. I was like, the first time I'm gonna say it took 2 seasons, but I mean,
We're here, so that's good. That's
oh, yes,
good.
it's good.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you so much for being with us.
Pleasure so much.
I love the pink jacket, by the way.
No, well,
Wait.
story for another day, but it's just
That's to style on us.
Like I'm telling you, like
Bro, you know, all our guests, they just come here and style.
they just
on
come
us.
in and style on us. That's why we're wearing the same white and
Bro,
camo
like,
shirt
I'm
every
sure they're
time.
tired of seeing us wearing the same thing.
well,
Well, no, the jacket is nice, man, and everything is looking good.
my style is tried.
You gotta be original. Well, it's the podcast, we already know what we're talking about. The people that know, we just bring creative people to, especially people from Winnipeg, because this city, a lot of people feel like this city, there's nothing going on, and we are on a mission to expose
Sleeping giants.
the Winnipeg secret that people are out here doing creative, amazing work.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There are a lot of people, and then Winnipeg doesn't have this mainstream, what's the word? I don't-
Like, let's just use TMZ. You know,
Yeah.
like that person covering the news, covering the happenings of Winnipeg.
something like that. You get what I'm saying? Just for the lack of a better explanation, it's just like like Winnipeg. It just feels anytime people come to Winnipeg, it's just like the place is cold.
Yeah,
That's all they say
your
about
choice
it.
of words when you say secrets, because me, I didn't even know. Like, I was
Exactly.
looking
We
at
didn't even
video.
know how many people have we met. Like even the last
Exactly,
episode, Akin
exactly.
Yimika, that I have never met
Exactly.
before. I'd never met before, and then even just that episode was fire as well.
And it was like this whole creativity, like since I started doing all these things, I started learning.
Yeah, exactly. Started learning from people. We're
So
going to
now-
learn a lot from this pink jacket today.
I
I know definitely I'm going to get a pink jacket, black vest, and black shirt and jeans. So when did you start? How long have you been in Winnipeg?
Like 8 years ish.
8 years.
Oh, I thought you said a year.
I was like, it sounded like a
about
year.
8 years.
Yeah,
About 8
wow.
years. Yeah.
He's
8
senior
years.
man, oh.
Wow, I'm telling you.
Thinking about it, that's long though.
That's
That's
long,
long,
man.
that's
That's
long.
2 degrees.
Actually,
That's 2 degrees.
Actually,
Has to be really long.
And you came in as an international student as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
so how's your time being?
Summarize
I mean-
it in one word. What would you call it? What would you say?
Like,
Eventful.
Eventful.
I like that. So much has
Hmm.
happened. Eh?
So yeah, so much has happened. So much has
Yeah.
happened. Up, down. Good times.
Yeah,
good
very
times,
sad
cold times,
Yeah, a lot of
cold
that.
times.
That's-
Don't go
Very,
poetic
very
on us right now.
So you said you've been here for 8 years. How long have you been doing photography?
Maybe like 5. Officially, I'll say about 3 years, 4
Oh,
years.
yeah, but before.
Unofficially, I'll just add like a year or two before that.
Okay.
No, I see.
Yeah, I'll add like a year or two before that.
Okay, so you developed it here in Winnipeg.
Yeah, if I tell you that.
No, that's why you're here. To
growing
tell
up,
us.
I did not think about photography as anything.
Oh,
yeah.
exactly.
So it's like it just happened to happen. Like it just happened to happen. I
Mm.
just
Okay, I
started
like
doing
that.
it, and it just went from there.
Okay, so you said you came as an international student. What were you studying?
So like I originally came thinking I was going to do engineering.
Why did you say like that? I said thinking I was going to do
no.
that.
I was thinking I was going to do engineering, and then engineering decided to shock me.
Show
Then I
these true
switched
colours.
over.
Yeah.
And I went to like com science, and
Okay.
Oh, I see.
It's been good. It's been good, but yeah, it's been good. School has been another.
Yeah, of course. Now school has always been
Eventful.
school. And very eventful. That's the word.
So we are
That's
following
what
this
I meant.
timeline of 8 years now, and then you said your
Let's say like 2
photography.
years in, you
Exactly.
started taking pictures
Exactly.
in one way or the
Yeah,
other.
Just
So
like
how?
give us a little run back on
Or like how it started.
how it started, what led to
It started from church.
Yeah.
Nigerian
Started
churches
from church.
bags another one.
Discovering talents.
Started from church. Like I think it was actually. It was just something that okay, take camera, go and take, and I just
Yeah.
started.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
Decided
even
it.
own the camera at that point.
Oh, of
Never
course.
thought of buying one,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just said like, okay, started taking pictures. I was like, pictures are nice, and before I knew it's people in church, like Nigerian churches now. There's
Yeah.
always that one person. Come on, take my picture.
Come on, take my picture.
Yes.
Before you got home,
Before you
they've
know
already
it.
started calling like 10 times.
Yeah.
Exactly.
"Where's the picture?" I'm like, I've not even gotten home
I've not
yet.
even gotten home.
But I mean, that's how it started, and
Mhm.
I picked up a couple of other things too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
From church, and I remember there's one of my friends that was like, I think my first paid gig was one of my friends, random friends, that she was doing like a runway show,
Oh, mad. Oh.
and then
Interesting.
Very
it was
interesting.
like one
Winnipeg.
Nigerian.
Like-
What's that thing called? Our
I know. I think
October
I know what
1st
you're
thing.
talking
What's that
about.
thing called?
Independence.
Yeah.
Like
he has the
Nigeria-
blue passport. He's no longer Nigerian. It's like, no. What's that thing called?
So it was like the independence thing, and I think that was like the first paid gig. And I was like, I can make money from this stuff, and that's how I just
talent and then stuff.
started, and a lot of YouTube videos, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Some
of course. Like
videos.
YouTube is
Feel
the-
and
is
practice, man.
the- exactly. YouTube is the place to learn.
Feel and practice, and I would say it became history. Yeah.
So, other than the church, would you say there was like a person?
That influence.
Yeah, like that kind of influence to you moving to taking pictures and stuff like that. Like in terms of like, let's say you saw someone else taking pictures in Winnipeg or maybe in Nigeria or
That's a
something.
good
Like,
question.
that inspired me, or this person pushed me to be better. That kind of thing.
In Winnipeg,
So
I said
basically,
there was no influence per se.
Mm.
There's another photographer. Ironically, we have the same name.
Ah.
We started off at the same time.
Oh yeah.
So it was like Joshua, and we used to like roll together and do stuff together. And I feel like both of us just kind of like worked off each other.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll go for stuff even when we're not sure what we are doing. We'll call ourselves like, guy, how far?
How do we get this done? Yeah.
So it's like I'll just say maybe that was like the only person I would say in Winnipeg that pushed.
Yeah.
And before then,
Sorry to cut you off. I won't say he's your inspiration. I'll say it's your motivation.
he's a motivation.
Yeah, exactly.
Pushed
So
you guys pushed each
yeah,
other.
so basically, because where I'm going with that is like, for example, in Winnipeg, a lot of people feel like when there's something, like for example, in your case, photography, you did not come and meet anyone that you felt like this person is doing it at a higher level. How do I get kind of influence or information from this person? Yeah, you feel so isolated in it, that kind of thing.
True.
Yeah.
At that point, I don't think there was anybody I actually saw. So like, there was nobody that I could actually be like, okay,
yeah,
this person is like
I can
taking
follow their
pictures. Like,
steps.
like there was no at that time that I like picked it up as an interest as a
Yeah.
hobby. There was nobody that I could actually like look at. So most of the people that I was looking at were not even in Canada. It was more like UK, Nigeria mainly.
Yeah.
Like Nigerian photographers I was looking at, and there was at that time I won't say that there were that many. There was not even anybody in Canada that I looked at that particular time when I first started.
Yeah.
But like over time, and I've seen a lot of mad creative people out there. It's like now you just be like, bro, like where had this guy been?
Bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
That's how Winnipeg is. You
Like,
feel
where
like,
has this guy
creativity,
been?
bro.
Yeah, like, but I like when I started then, like there's nobody that could really.
yeah.
There was nobody at that time.
You know,
At
with
that time.
creativity, like so many hidden gems, bro.
Yeah, no.
Like a lot of
yeah.
them that you don't know about.
And you can, and that's the problem with Winnipeg. You always just feels like you're the only one in this whole bag. When there's someone else, and like you said, imagine if you now did not have that experience with your doppelganger, the other Joshua.
Right.
So imagine if you not grew with him as well. Like
yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
things would have
It's
been
been
more
a one-man
difficult.
band,
Exactly.
yeah.
And you don't know
So-
whether you're right or wrong. you know?
Exactly.
True,
Like
true,
so that's the
true.
thing about Winnipeg, right? We don't know how to even find ourselves, right? So that's one of the aims of this podcast as well. We're trying to
for
bring
sure.
people out and be like, see, don't be thinking like now.
It's only
Power of
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Like now, we hope that someone will watch this episode and be like, okay, I want to also do photography in Winnipeg. I can see that there's someone
There's
that's
also
actually
as
doing
well.
it at a higher level. So
Yeah.
that means I can get there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It feels like the Nigerian community is so separated from the rest of like Winnipeg community, because I know that there are a lot of big projects, and for example, I always bring this up. I worked on a film set. I was the only Nigerian there.
That was is that the which film was that?
There was it's a film, A Kiss Before Christmas.
Like
so-
one of those Hallmark movies.
Yeah, it was a Hallmark movie, and I was the only Nigerian there. And I kept on asking myself and all the friends around me, like all my friends around me, I was like, why? How come these kind of opportunities are not in a Nigerian community, or how come a Nigerian community doesn't get into? Because I know there are still big events. Because Emeka and I and we're talking about having studios, having big things like that, and then we're like, there's no Nigerian that has that. There's no in our community. We don't have these things, and even as we don't have these things, we don't even. It seems like we don't mix with the other communities that have all those things. So I just want to know your own take on it and like your own experience too, especially in your photography. Do you think you work mainly with the Nigerian community, or you've dabbled here and there and stuff like that?
Let's see if you're racist.
I think as you know, as a visible minority, it's
Very carefully
Yeah.
selected phrase, but okay.
so like as a visible minority, like it's very like getting into like different communities can be a little bit
Yeah.
Trust.
right.
Mhm.
So the thing is, naturally, it's more like
Yeah.
but the thing is, once you get in, a lot of people it's like, okay, once you get in, a lot of people try to. Once you get in, you're in. That's a good part.
Yeah,
about it.
exactly.
Like I have colleagues that they originally started like taking Nigerian pictures, and
Mhm.
from there they got this one Indian client.
Yeah, exactly.
And from there they got
link you, that kind of
from
thing.
like that, like that, like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Things people start seeing your work
Yeah.
because also with creatives, it's more like if you have never really. Like for example, let's say you do weddings, right? You've never
Yeah.
really gone for like an Indian wedding.
Mm.
Like an Indian might not really want to like
Yeah,
give
no.
you the work
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
because they have expectations and you've not really
Yeah.
had that
They are not here
experience.
to
Yeah,
train you.
exactly.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's because it's something that these are like events that it's a hit or miss. Like
Exactly.
they can't
exactly.
redo. It's-
Yeah, exactly.
They can't,
You
there's no
they
doing
can't say,
over.
oh, let's do
Shoot.
let's do
Yeah.
the wedding again because the
Yeah,
photographer
go back
was.
and watch again,
Yeah,
smile
so,
again.
but the thing is also like once you get in, you get in.
Yeah.
I feel like also we don't actually put ourselves out there that
Yeah.
much
Yes,
as well.
yes,
I agree.
Like even me too. Like a lot of people have attacked me about it. So like for example, they do this wedding show thing where they bring like wedding vendors for the whole
Okay.
like whole Winnipeg. People come together, like people that do stuff from like decoration, MC, lighting, sound stuff, anything you want for your wedding related.
Yeah.
It's all in one place, right? So people come and like showcase their stuff. And I walked around and I only saw one black vendor, which a Nigerian, and she does like decorations. And I was like, just thinking about the fact that this is like a huge opportunity where you can actually break even in different markets, right?
Exactly.
And we are not even we're not even trying to we're not trying to get into it. Like a lot of us are still doing our things on the low. Just in the Nigerian community.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like so that's when I was like, okay, I think I need to start
to make a
things
change.
little bit
Yeah,
different.
exactly. Like it feels like for what the way I think of it. Okay, let me just ask you first. Do you think it's a problem?
It's a problem.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a huge problem that I feel like we haven't actually like
sat down
to like, okay, this is
have a
actually
conversation
important, like,
about.
put ourselves out there. Because the good thing about it is there are resources, there are places that we can do.
because
Because
Emeka was talking about, I don't know if we call Emeka's name too much, but like I've already said his name, but like they were talking about like studio and having a whole performance and everything. And then I was just sitting down doing whatever I was doing. I was just listening. I was just like, we're trying to get a studio and we don't even have we don't know anyone we can call and have a studio. It just feels like why? And so my own reason is that I don't know anything. It's just what I think. I just think it's what I think about. And I think that Nigerians, we are a proud people. in the sense that we like to have things our own way. So there are a lot of like, for example, there are some gigs or jobs I've done, videos, and I just randomly ask them that, okay, have you, in this thing you're doing, do you really like have association with the way these other people, the way they do it? And they were like, no, they don't do it the Nigerian way. So I even feel like a lot of times, even Nigerians ourselves, we are so like into our own community that we're not even trying to even make any adjustments to,
and I would like to touch to your point.
So that's what I think.
The thing is, I won't really call it pride. I'll say is comfort. A lot of people are in their comfort zone. They are happy where they are. Like,
maybe
they know if I work with Josh, if I work with Camps, even if it's my first time meeting them, just because we're Nigerian, we can flow. It make the work easy. There'll be that relationship.
To a level, I disagree. Because apart from photography, I also do like a lot of live production things.
Okay.
And I've been privileged to work with different communities. Now, what I've noticed is, so sometimes Nigerians don't go all out for like stuff.
Yes.
So they try to
finesse it, like DIY.
Exactly, right?
That's what it's
but
saying,
if you're going to like certain communities, if they are doing a concert, bro, they're going all out.
They are going all out.
No expense pay. So if you're
sold
making
his car, he gets
and they sold his car to get violence.
How many Nigerians would do that?
Nah.
Exactly.
Everybody's trying to like make money to like put
exactly.
It in. But there are people that actually like go all out and like spend money. But also, it's like gambling. Like you're gambling.
Yeah, it's a risk. It's a risk. Yeah, definitely
a risk.
There's nothing that comes straight. All these things don't come straight forward.
No, they
don't.
Because I've seen cases whereby they want to do like live stuff and they are just trying to like cheap out of it. But it's more like you want a production of $50,000. Yes, you want to spend $5,000. I'm like, you can't.
It doesn't work. And I think Esther mentioned something about this too earlier in the season. Yeah, she was talking about like she started the whole like company and stuff about event planning and things like that, right? So people want to have an event that will cost them $8,000, $12,000, and they will only come with $1,000. Okay, so like it doesn't work like that.
No. Like that's something that even like sometimes I see when people come, I'm like, you can't get that kind of value.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's something that's in the other communities, if they are doing like a show, right? They are making you pay $200 for it. You're getting your money
worth. Yeah.
So, but yeah, they're getting your money's worth. But that's like another one. And some people get into like businesses, because they have the mindset they want to make money now.
No,
a lot of people get into business with the mindset you want to make money now, but
it doesn't work that way.
That's not business.
But they don't know that, right? They just feel like, let me just patch. But it's like, nah. Like if you are doing it, just know that your first year you might not really make money.
Definitely.
Exactly. You're making 95% chance, I think, that
making money
in the first year
you're just
business.
At least you're just leveling up your
exactly
the money that you spent, you're making it back, but not necessarily like making profit.
Because because this season alone we've had an Egyptian, we've had a Sierra Leonean, we've had a Winnipeg native, we've had an Italian. Like, so we've had people from different communities and they are all doing things in different ways, and then we're all learning and improving in these things. And I think that is very important for us in our Nigerian community to kind of accept, this new sense of information from these different communities and go all out, so that we can also like share resources. Because this is literally a small story of me. I went to print something, a script I wrote at UPS. And then the owner of the store came to talk to me about when he was younger too, he was into film and everything, and he had a lengthy conversation with me about, if I want to get this level grade of camera, this is how I should get it. This is how I should get this camera, this kind of blah, 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 blah. And I'm just looking at him like, in my community, we don't have this kind of equipment. No. We don't have conversations like this. It's in our dreams. Yeah. But to you, it's just like,
it's nothing.
It's nothing. You get what I'm saying? So, and I think that for us to even get to that next level, we need to figure out how to get into the, integrate and communicate and talk more. Talk more.
Be more open
to that kind of thing, right? So I don't know. I don't really know what next to do, but
communication is always an issue with Nigerians. I don't know why. Like if you look at most of our country's problems, which is another topic for another day, it all starts with communication. It's too long, bro. It's too long. So far in your 5 years of photography, what would you say is your biggest lesson? Like one thing that if you retire right now, you will keep on passing that lesson from forevermore.
Honestly, I'll say yes. That's a very good question, actually. Biggest lesson.
Yeah, obviously you're not done.
Ensure that your clients are happy.
Okay.
Like just even sometimes as a photographer, you take it too much work. But and then the client wants a deadline. You're like, sorry, I can't deliver now. Make excuses, blah blah blah. But the clients still keep coming back. Because at the end of the day, it's always ensure that you leave a good, lasting impression. There's something one of my clients says, like, she was like, "Oh, that's no matter how much you're angry at this guy, he'll just be laughing." And it didn't click until someone was like he'll mess up, but he'll be laughing, but you still call him back again. That they can't be angry just because about like how you like carry it. Like, ensure you do well. You know, sometimes you're like you want to go by the hour. Like you tell the client that this shoot is 1 hour, and one thing less another. In that 1 hour, I've said that, bro. Like, what I've taken, I'm not happy. Right? Yes. And I'm not happy, and I'm looking at them. Even though it's 1 hour, they are paying for 1 hour, but then I stay a little bit longer, and I just
basically going above and
beyond for them. And some of them appreciate it, some of them don't. So, but sometimes just do it for you and for them as well. But I'll just say like that's like my biggest lesson.
I like that because then it just shows that you're not, like you say, you're not doing it for them. It's more about you. It's not about the income or anything.
It's not about the money.
Because if the product is bad, whose image is spoiled?
At the end of the day, it's you.
Thank you.
It's not them. Because they'll just be like, "Where is the photographer that took it?"
And let's say that your clients now he's talking to his friend about the events he had, and then he now starts talking about you and how nice you were, how easy.
Yeah, now you get more.
You want another customer.
You
get
more.
If you do well with that guy, he will pass it on. So
next person on.
Don't just think about it right now. Oh, I'm going to get $100 for them for this extra hour. Don't just think about it. Like think of loyalty. Let's put business aside a bit.
Oh yes. At the beginning,
focus on the relationship with you and your customer.
Relationship is actually very key because, like me personally, I don't post. Like compared to the amount of work I've done, I'm not think I posted 20%.
Wow. And
sometimes like I got a message from a client one time. It's like, "Oh, can you send me your work?" That they went to my social media and there was not much work. And it's like, "Oh, because I've not really seen your work." And I laughed and I sent the person like a link. And within like 5 minutes, they called back like, "It's a lot of work. There's nothing online." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, because I'm not very heavy on social media. A lot of my work is being a lot of like word of mouth. Like, you go to this place and they love the pictures. Who took your pictures? Let me get that guy's number. And like that one. And so thinking about like, if I decide to like do a lot more on social media, then it'll be like a whole different ballgame entirely.
But, so the studio or the production, after hearing your biggest lesson, they were like, "Okay, what is Joshua's biggest mistake?"
My biggest mistake?
That's a E.
So heavy. The mistake heavy.
Biggest mistake in business or biggest mistake?
Yeah, career-wise.
Career-wise.
Because if it's life, then that's too personal.
That was tough. That one is really tough because
you will be thinking about a lot of things.
Okay. Biggest mistake, I'll say communicating too. Communication is very, very key. Though there's one very big mistake I made. Well, it's not a mistake. It's just I'll just call it life with the client, right? And I lost a job. So it wasn't the whole job, but it was like part of the job. And sadly, it was a wedding.
Like the files kind of thing.
Like
wedding of all
sadly,
jobs.
It was a wedding. But it wasn't like the main. It was more like the after the wedding. It was like where they were taking pictures outside. Part of it. So it was just those files that was lost, and it was. But I also there was another shoot. There was some other work on there that got lost. But lucky that was a photo shoot. I can redo it. Yeah, that was a photo shoot that it can be redone. But the wedding was like there's no redo on that one. Let's say that's like greatest mistake. But so far, it's just communicating with clients, like not being able to like communicate with clients and like not putting myself out there completely. Well, I would say that would be my number one. Like not putting myself out there completely and. Not be too proud of my work. Like I'm not my biggest fan.
Yeah.
They love it. I'm like, it's
it's natural to be self-critic, like to criticize your own thing.
No, but the levels to being
self-critic.
Like
there should be a balance.
But I felt like for a very long time, like I was not just putting myself out there anyway whatsoever. So it's more like out of 50 clients, I might never put any of the 50 out there.
Wow.
And it's not like, okay, I was not very like confident. I felt like, okay, maybe my work wasn't all that good and just like self-doubting yourself completely.
And that's not good, man. That's not good
though, because
destroys your confidence.
Exactly. You need to be confident to be able to even create at a particular level.
You need it.
Yeah, you need the confidence. I'm just agreeing with you. Like, so, just because we're already even running out of time. How long?
We are already?
Yeah, because it's already there, bro. 30 minutes is already. It goes fast so quickly. So, I always said that when we get a photographer on the show, I would love to bring up this scenario. I don't know if you guys saw this thing on social media where a photographer deleted the wedding files because they're not giving food. Yeah. So, what is your own take on that as we round up the episode?
Well, I have done that. No, but if you read the backstory, though, I would have done that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't think I'll have deleted it, though.
Yeah.
I might just hold it and not.
Exactly.
I might not release it, but I won't have deleted it. But I felt for the guy.
This
guy dirty. But you'd be surprised that I feel like since then though, like I've gone for a party and the guy was like, make sure the photographer's food is there. I don't want my pictures to be. I was laughing like, I was like,
that guy took one for the team.
Jeffrey, just for those that don't know, just quickly give them a quick summary of the story like we're talking about now. Like
so basically, it was this guy that he got hired to take.
No, it was his friend. His friend is a photographer, and his friend was like, let me take pictures. So the guy charged them next to nothing completely, right? Like maybe I think the guy was a professional wedding photographer.
Yeah, he got hired.
And so the friend asked him to do it for him. I was like, okay, sure. Yeah. And they're going to pay me like next to nothing fee, pretty much. If he's getting paid, let's say he's getting paid $5,000 and they're paying him $400. That's nothing.
Next to nothing.
So like next to nothing. It's more like just transportation money. You know how they doesn't.
And I heard he was there for time. Like
it was like he was there for like the whole day, taking pictures, and even when he asked to get food, and they're like, no, we are paying you. And if the guy was like, I think he had enough of the BS.
I feel that was just the pushing points.
That was just he was just like
no food, no water, nothing.
You're not paying me, at least just feed me.
So what would you do? What would you have done? You would have done the same thing.
I'll have just gone home. I'll have left the event from the beginning itself. After I'll have just gone. It's like okay, like there's no point.
First place.
You can't even take that sometimes.
But you'd be surprised. It actually happens in real life.
I know a lot.
Like you go somewhere. Let's say you go to a place to like take pictures, they will not even give you water to drink or stuff like that. And
it's happened to me too.
Yeah,
so
like but some people would give you food.
Human beings. Like
most of the time, they won't offer you things. Like
they will never offer you things. It's more like, you're here for something. Get out.
So I have a question for two of you. If you know your client is not going to do that, would you accept the gig?
But you will not know what you're there.
You wouldn't know until you're there. You're not going to be negotiating food now. Like, okay, I have to eat now. You wouldn't do that. It's not like it's just not. It wouldn't even come up. Exactly. It won't even come up. But like at the end of the day, it's nice when they offer you that kind of thing. But at the end of the day,
it's just hospitality.
It's hospitality.
Treat me like a human being.
Exactly.
So treat me like a human being.
Thank you so much, Joshua, for coming and gracing us. Yeah. It's the episodes are short. Studio 9, we're begging them since, but I mean, it is what it is at this
I
point.
feel at this point, it's even Spotify we should be begging.
I think at this point, I'm going to throw out Studio 9 that we should do like a collaboration. And
Take
to another level,
is the one that said it. So
Yeah.
that Studio now listen to us.
like, I think Studio 9, we need to do better. Come on, guys. Come on.
This is a formal complaint on the episode on air. Thank you so much, Joshua, J-Boy. This is episode 10.
Wait, we forgot something.
Wait.
Final thoughts, because we like to do this thing where every guest they give like random thoughts of anything. So what do you have to tell the viewers? Anything at all? The first thing that comes to your head.
Why? Okay, I have a question though.
Yeah.
Before I say my thought, why is it hard for? Let me use Nigeria community. Why is it hard for Nigeria community people to come together to start off things that benefit everybody?
That's a very.
Unity.
That's a whole. You should have not said that from the beginning. Let's just
No,
make
I'm
it
just
get
a question. Like, what's your thought? What's your thought on it?
I feel people don't understand the power of unity. That's all I think. Like pride, like he said, they don't understand.
I didn't even mean pride in the sense as a bad thing. I meant pride as part we know. Like Nigerians are like, well, this is the Nigerian way, and we're doing it that way. But I don't know. It's a tough one. For me, I think I've just never been in. I've not. It's hard to, if you want to do something big, or if you want to bring people together, it's going to take a lot of effort, and there are going to be a lot of people that will not believe in it at first. But like, it takes someone or a group to actually take that mantle and take that responsibility. I don't think I've seen that responsibility or that mantle from any group yet.
So it's not like you're not trying. You're trying, but you just don't have the resources.
Yeah, I've not even. I feel like I've not even. I don't think I've actually seen that movement even happen yet enough. Because I feel in Nigerians, if there's something big enough, they'll probably rally around it. Because even the fact that it's Nigerian, they'll rally around it. But like,
if only it worked that way. If only it wored that way.
So Josh has given people something to think about. Why don't you like unity?
So why don't you like unity? That's his take home. Summary. Why don't you like unity? Well, hopefully we get there, and that's the whole point. We're trying to build and get better. Thank you again. This is episode 10. 10 weeks, 5 more episodes to go.
Yeah.
On the block, we out.
Sometimes we're left and just wanna catch some vibes. I don't want no bad energy around my life. Cause I had long days, long nights, so they gotta know better. Yeah, we just take time, we don't want no stress, we don't want no pressure. Cause I had long days, long nights, so they gotta know better. Yeah, we just take time, we don't want no stress, we don't want no pressure.